Hey guys, we're back. As you can see, the weather's starting to change a little bit here in New York, so we're able to get outside and get to work on the Tiburon. It's the first video of the year because we have to finish this. We have car show season coming up, summer's around the corner, so it's time to finally finish the Tiburon. As you can see, we have the wide body kit out here inspecting everything. I'm going to show you guys what we have to do on that because that is going to be our first task. Current state of the Tiburon is exactly how it was when I left it. Last video that you guys saw me do was install the tuned ECU, and fortunately it solved my issues and she is running phenomenally. She runs really good. What we're going to be doing in today's video is finishing sanding our wide body kit. We're going to be inspecting everything because we're pretty close to getting all of these parts painted. The last time you guys saw me working on this wide body kit, we officially patched up all the cracks and all the problems that the kit had on it. What we did was we hit it with some Bondo glass and some fiberglass work and stuff like that on the inside of it. So all the cracks and stuff like that are completely filled in. But what I do have to do is sand a little bit more because some of these things are not completely flat yet. Like this is a really tough spot for me to get into. So I'm gonna try to do my best to sand everything down. Once that's all set, we're gonna clean everything, give everything a nice rough around with a Scotch-Brite pad, and I believe we're gonna be able to start priming. This right here is my sanding supplies. And so I have a DeWalt orbital sander here. I have a 80 grit sandpaper on there. So it's really gritty, really tough to get through the Bondo glass. Of course, I'm wearing my mask. I have some other discs here as well. There's 80 in here, there's 220, 120, and then I do have some sanding blocks as well. That's also got a couple in there. There's an 80, there's a 120. So I got a couple of different tools that I'm trying to use here in order to sand down everything. But I believe having an actual pneumatic air compressor driven orbital sander would be a lot easier because it's just a lot higher powered than this. But this is what we got. These are some basic tools that I think everyone pretty much has at their house. So this is what I'm using. All right, so I just did another round of sanding on everything and everything feels really great. However, I sanded a little too far down in some spots. You can see that there's a spot here where the crack is showing and you can see the fiberglass work I did underneath. So I'm gonna have to refill a few spots. There's one there on the front. There's another one here. Where is my load? Right there. Where it went a little too deep and the crack is showing again. So I'm gonna have to mix up some more Bondo and some more filler for a few spots. But other than that, almost everything is ready to go. It's looking pretty good so far. This is the side skirt, and I'm a little worried about this because the piece, oops, didn't mean to do that. The sides of the side skirts here are just super thin. And you can see here at the top, it's already kind of like pulling away from the main part of the side skirt. It's cracked a little bit even though I filled it, so I'm gonna have to put more here, more filler. But I'm just kind of worried about this whole setup here because this is a mounting point. So the way this mounts, you can see that there's screw holes here on the top which go inside the door, and then it mounts on the side with another screw right there. That's attached also to the inner fender liner. So this is a vitally important piece to keep the side skirts on. And I just don't really like how it's kind of breaking already. Just really thin and flimsy. And another thing as well is I was hoping that I could maybe just mount it also from the bottom and come up through the bottom of the car there. Maybe with some like self-tappers or even just some sort of 3M tape just for another mounting point. But there's a massive gap. If I screw in the top on the underneath the door there's a massive gap. Like this part right here doesn't even come close to the bottom of the car. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out some secure mounting. That way we're not flapping around or anything like that. But anyway, just trying to show you guys some obstacles I'm going through at the moment. All right, so we have to repair a little bit more before we get to cleaning and priming and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna mix up some more Bondo. We have our hardener here and we have our little spatula. So we're gonna mix it up here in the Tupperware just a little bit, fill in the rest of the cracks, sand them down, and then we'll see if we're ready for priming. All right, so we just applied more filler. So we're gonna wait for this to dry and then we're going to sand that down. And then I think we are ready to clean it up, rough up the rest of the kit that's not cracked. Take a Scotch-Brite to everything. And then I think it's time to put some filler and primer on these guys. Very exciting. All right, while we wait for that to dry, I have to show you guys the rest of the wide body kit. I keep talking about a wide body kit. All you guys have seen is the front bumper, rear bumper, and the side skirts. I told you guys in the last video of me repairing the wide body kit that I got the fenders, but I haven't actually showed you guys yet. There's a long backstory behind me getting these front and rear fenders. So let me show them to you, and I'll tell you about the hoops I had to jump through in order to get them. First things first, let me show you the fronts. I haven't even officially opened these all the way yet, which is crazy. I've had these for over a year and I haven't fully unboxed them. That just goes to show how busy I've been and why I've been so absent from the channel. And that would be a wide body front over fender. Check it out. This is the first time I have taken it out of the package and looked at it in its entirety. So that's very exciting. I got two of these, obviously, one for the left, one for the right. Got them as a pair, but getting these was damn near impossible. Here's the full story. Probably about 2 or 3 years ago, when I decided I wanted to go with a wide body kit for the car, I was doing extensive research on kits that were still available for the Tiburon. There were still some kits available, but they had to come all the way from Korea. It was gonna take a really long time. They're insanely expensive, probably like 2,500 bucks with shipping and everything. And I just didn't want to spend that much money on this car. So once I decided I wanted to go this route with the wide body kit, these fender flares were still available. Andy's Auto Sport, which is a place that sells like body kits and stuff, they actually had these fenders still in stock at the time, and I think a couple other websites did as well. So they still had these, but I wasn't just gonna buy the fenders without actually having the whole rest of the kit. So I said, well, I'm not gonna buy them right now. Let's see what happens and see what else I can find. Then the parts Tiburon car pops up for sale 3 states over from me. That's the red one that you guys see me buy on my channel, with the rest of the kit on the car. Has the bumpers, the front and rear, and has the side skirts, but he's missing the fender flares. And he told me that the previous owner and him did research to try to find the fender flares. They couldn't find them, so they only had half of the wide body kit on there. Well, I told him, I said, I actually found the fender flares for sale online, and now that I'm buying your car and have the rest of the kit, I'm gonna purchase the fender flares. Well, as soon as I get home from purchasing that car, this was probably 6 months after I had saw that they were still for sale, I hop online and they're gone. Not one single website is selling these fender flares anymore. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. They were available, and as soon as I buy the kit, they're no longer available on anyone's website. I was so upset. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I ended up reaching out to a few companies to see if they had these, and every single company said, no, we don't have them, we don't have them, we don't have them. I ended up reaching out to one company that says that they had one in stock. I end up buying the fender flares off their website, and says the order's fulfilled, everything's good, whatever. They took the money out of my bank account, and time goes by, I get no shipping notifications. Another week goes by, no shipping notification. Another week, another week, another week. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't understand. been reaching out to the company and I'm getting no response. I'm like, I just got scammed out of money. This is ridiculous. Now I'm even more upset because I'm down, what, $300-400 that I spent on these. Well, finally you get in contact with the company and they said that they can't find the product. I'm like, what do you mean you can't find the product? They're like, we can't find it in our warehouse, blah, blah, blah. So I get in contact with like the head person of the company and he says, I'll do a final search for you. Does a final search and finds the fender flares like in the back of the warehouse in a box. Like behind probably every product that they had, it was sitting in the corner somewhere. So they end up shipping me the product. This whole fender flare process was insane. And that's just for the fronts. It gets even better. Now for the rear fender flares. Okay, so these are actually not made for the Tiburon. This is actually made for a Scion TC. Yeah, I know. Because when I went to buy the fender flares to complete the kit, as I stated with the fronts, they went all out of stock and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I was really at a big impasse. I had no idea what to do. I didn't know how I was gonna finish the kit because having the rest of the kit on there without the rear fender flares, if I have the fronts on, was gonna look so goofy. I didn't know what to do. So after doing literally a year of research, I found out that there's a body kit that comes for, there's a body kit that's for the Scion TC that looks exactly like the body kit that's on my car for the Scion. It's like the exact same thing. And they sell fender flares for that kit still for the Scion TC. And it's the same contour, the same shape, same everything. So I'm taking a gamble here by assuming that it's going to fit the shape okay, but I'm pretty confident that it's going to be pretty darn accurate. I mean, look at these fender flares side by side. This is the front for the Tiburon, and this right here is a rear for the Scion TC. Look at that. The contour is the same. It looks exactly the same. Like you would never know. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to make it work. Let me just show you the vision. Obviously the side skirt is not mounted. It's just placed on there right now. Look at that. It's the same kit, just from a different car. Matches up perfectly with the contour. Look at that. It's the same thing. So crazy. Boom. Look at that. So I'm gonna have to cut the fender, roll them, and fit these on there. Freaking crazy. Even with just the side skirts on there, look at how much better the car looks. It's amazing what just some simple things can do to change the whole look of a car. But man, I hate that orange. God, it's gotta go. It's so bad. Something like that. Obviously, it's not gonna be pushed out that far because it'll be on the car. But we might have to run some spacers, but we gotta get some new tires anyway, which will be bigger, not low profile. It's gonna be beefy. It's gonna look real good. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video. Kit's pretty much done. Just a little sanding left, which I'm not gonna show on camera. It's boring. So what's next? Order of operations are I'm going to paint everything that you just saw. I'm gonna paint the side skirts, the front bumper and rear bumper. No need to test fit because it was already drilled and fitted on the other Tiburon, so I know it's gonna fit okay. So that stuff is ready to be painted. Once those things are painted, we have to be really particular about the order of operations moving forward with the rest of the kit. And the reason for that is because there are some things that overlap. Down here at this corner, the side skirt overlaps the front fender. So the front fender has to be done before I can actually put the side skirts on. Once I take the bumper off, that's a good time to take the stock OEM fender off so I can dry fit the other fender. there's just an order of operations of things that need to happen. And I'm probably going to wait to do some things until it's actually pretty warm outside, because we are dealing with fiberglass, and if it's cold, things are going to be tempted to break and crack, and I don't want to deal with that. So we're going to get things painted. So in the next video, you'll see me paint the actual kit. We'll get that done. And then hopefully by that point, we can actually start to get some nice weather so that we can start messing with the rest of the kit. But anyways, that's the rest of the wide body kit reveal. Very exciting. Front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts, pretty much done. We're going to get those painted in the next video. So that's what you can look forward to in the next episode, is we're going to get everything painted, color matched, and we'll see what that looks like. One step at a time, we're going to get this thing done. Thank you guys for tuning in. So good to be back, and look forward to more content here more consistently as the weather breaks. I'm very excited. See you guys in the next one.